Good evening. Welcome in to State of the Tigers, a three-man show here on PowerMizzou.com. This week, it is Monday night, and guys, we got a full-on off-season show for you because, look, basketball, nobody's going to talk about that for a couple months. Football, nobody's playing for a while. We got two commitments. Missouri's the only team that did not make the NCAA tournament in baseball or softball. We're getting creative here. Gabe DeArmond, Drew King in the middle, Jarod Hamilton on the other side. So before we get into this, do want to remind you guys, as always, Monday show brought to you by James Carlton, State Farm Insurance. You can check him out at carltoninsurance.net. Give him a call at 314-961-4800, all your insurance needs. So, Drew, the concept for tonight's show, do you remember like exactly why this started? We were talking about a specific player. And I don't remember who it was.
I don't remember who it is either.
We were talking about
Corliss Williamson. But we've been talking about this
but yeah, Drew and I came up with this at the NCAA tournament, I feel like. And I don't know who we were talking about, but
was it Paul Pierce?
It could have been. He's on my list, by the way.
Okay.
So FYI, one of you guys is going to get that one. So here's what we're doing tonight for the audience. And we ask you guys, you can play along if you want. You could keep your own score. I don't care if you put the answers in the chat because the chat is delayed enough that you're not going to get the answer up most of the time before Jarod and Drew see it and cheat. I'm going to trust Jarod and Drew here. No Googling, man. You don't be looking down on your phone, punching things in. So what we're doing, I have a list of, I believe, I found one name I had twice. So it is a list of 87 NFL or NBA players. These are all players who, like if you follow the NBA or the NFL, you should have heard of these guys. I'm not pulling out like the Chiefs backup left guard, and asking you where he went to school. So these are players. Now, the oldest one, I believe, was drafted like around 1973, something like that. There are a few old guys, but the old guys are like legendary players. And then there's a lot of current players, a lot of all-time greats, a lot of first-round picks, everything like that. You should have heard of it. So all 87 of these guys, I knew where they went to college without looking it up. Like top of my head, I knew where that person played college football or basketball. So I'm not asking you to do anything that I couldn't do myself. I just have an extra 25 years of having paid attention to it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start with one name. Drew and Jarod are going to shout out where this guy went to school. The first one to do it is going to get to go first. We're then going to alternate. If somebody misses, the other guy gets a chance to answer. Billy is going to keep score for us. We got the suggested by Drew. We've got 3 lifelines. They have one question they can ask the chat to answer for them. They have one question they can text a friend, and they have one question they can make me make it a multiple choice. So that's it. Out of like 44 chances, you got 3 lifelines. We're going to keep this to, 15 seconds or something. If you don't know, you just don't know. Last thing before we get going. We do not yet have a punishment for the loser of this. I suggested on the group text today that the loser be forced to cover every home Missouri baseball game next year. Drew and Jarod believed that was a punishment far too harsh for losing this trivia contest. So what we're going to do is let you guys throughout the show, if you got an idea what the loser should have to do, just throw it in the chat. We'll pick a good one at the end. Like I like seeing the fantasy football punishments on Instagram. I don't know, man. Maybe Drew or Jarod has to go to Taco Bell and order an item every hour for 24 hours or whatever. Maybe I saw a really good one on Instagram the other day. It was you pick your companion's airport shirt. And so like you just give them a shirt that they have to wear around the airport while they're getting on their flight. Like there was a dude in a fishnet pink tank top, a woman in a shirt that said throat guzzling champ. So, whatever. So these are just kind of like these are just suggestions.
It can be something cool. Like I treat if I was to lose, I treat everybody to a nice lunch or a dinner. It gotta be so.
It could be that, but
so
let's make it. Let's open it up to our loyal viewers and subscribers here. So like, comment, share, all that.
Jarod and I play a lot of games, and we usually do have something on the line, but it's usually like a cheesy bread at a pizza place, right? Like,
okay. It
sounds like the stakes are higher.
Personally, I like the throat guzzler shirt at the airport, the first road game you cover, but whatever. That's just, that's my opinion. You guys throw up the comments throughout. So we're going to get this thing going again. You know the rules. You know how this goes. Billy is going to be keeping score for us. At the end of the night, we're going to give you a winner. So I'll just give you guys the 5-second warning. First one. This is the only one that liked it. It is like this. As soon as you know the answer, I hope you know the answer to this one. But as soon as you know the answer, shout it out. If nobody gets it, I'll come up with another one. All right, here we go. Tyler Hansborough.
UNC.
Jarod gets to go first. UNC, North Carolina, from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. All right, so I don't know whether going first is a reward or not. All it means is you get one more question. So if you get them all right, you beat Drew 44-43.
Congrats.
All right, so we're starting with NBA players, then we're getting to NFL players. Steph Curry for Jarod.
Davidson.
Okay. For Drew, you just text me a picture of this guy, Chris Paul.
Wake Forest.
Okay, we are off to a strong start.
Oof.
The next two are a little tougher. Jarod, Kawhi Leonard.
San Diego State.
Okay. I'm a little worried that this is not going to be hard enough. Drew's is I think tougher.
Oh no.
Steve Nash.
Santa Clara.
Damn. All right, you guys. I'm really hoping that as we get to some older people, you look worse doing this.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we got 2-2. Jarod, Russell Westbrook.
UCLA.
Okay. See, this is easy, man. I'm gonna have to come up with some better ones. Drew, Derrick Rose.
Memphis.
Yep. All right. Jarod, Ray Allen.
Connecticut.
Okay. See, you're rolling, man. I might just have to make up some names pretty soon.
Yeah.
Drew, see, we just talked about this. Paul Pierce.
Kansas.
Yes. Okay, you remember that.
All right.
Jarod, Dwayne Wade.
Marquette. I thought that was going to be your question to ask to start this off with some Tyler Hansborough. That's what I thought. So great.
All right, Drew, Allen Iverson.
Georgetown.
Yeah, Georgetown. All right. Now I hope we're starting to get a little tougher here. Jarod, Al Horford.
Florida.
Okay. Drew, OG Anunoby.
Pass.
Pass. No, none of the cheat codes yet.
No, I'll pass on this one.
Jarod, you know where OG Anunoby went?
Yeah, that's a good one. I know he didn't go here, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'll say Duke.
Indiana.
Okay.
OG Anunoby, native of the state of Missouri. Missouri did not offer him. Went to Indiana. Plays in the
Oh, Missouri.
Solid. All right, so we've got our first miss. That was Drew's originally. All right, Jarod, Kyle Lowry.
Villanova.
Yeah. All right, Drew, Buddy Hield.
Oklahoma.
Okay. Jarod, Bradley Beal.
Florida.
Jarod's rolling, man. All right, Drew, Devin Booker.
Kentucky.
Okay. Jarod, DeMar DeRozan.
USC.
I thought these would be harder, man. Drew, Darius Garland.
Vanderbilt.
Okay. Jarod, Cade Cunningham.
Oklahoma State.
Okay. I think this next one might be the hardest one of a somewhat modern guy. So Drew, bad luck for you, maybe. I'll be impressed if you get it. Alec Burks.
Mississippi State.
No dice. Jarod?
Alec Burks. I feel like I got three in my. I'm just gonna say Michigan.
Colorado Buffalo. Alec Burks. Native
Really?
of Grandview, Missouri, by the way.
Did he get an offer?
I think he got a late offer, maybe.
Okay.
But like nobody really thought he was that good coming out of high school.
Interesting.
All right. Back to Jarod, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Karl Anthony Towns.
Kentucky.
Drew Bobby Portis.
Arkansas.
Yep. Okay.
I thought he was going to
This
miss
one,
that
this one's a big name. I feel like it's kind of tough, but we'll see. It might not be. Gerard Damian Lillard.
one. Weber State.
Okay, see now Gerard's too, I think he sandbagged this game. I think he knows more than he let on. Billy, I don't know if you're able to keep up. Do we have a score here? Oh, it's on the
Yeah, it's on
okay,
the screen.
Gerard's got a 12-9 lead, so Drew's gonna have to make up some ground here. All right, Drew, Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks went to Oregon.
He did.
Okay. I remember.
Not said confidently, but correctly. Yeah. Gerard, Fred Van Vliet.
Wichita State.
This is
Boo.
this is impressive, man. I thought Fred Van Vliet I thought that would trip somebody up. All right. Gerard, Drew, this one, I'm pretty sure you'll know this one. Anthony Edwards.
Georgia.
Yes. All right. Gerard, John Morant.
Murray State.
Yep. All right. Now we have some fun. See, these were all guys that are currently in the NBA or very recently in the NBA.
Yeah.
Now we go back to my era of guys. So now it's getting a little tougher. But Drew, we're starting with your team, man. David Robinson.
David Robinson, the Admiral, went to Navy.
He did. Yes. I'm pretty sure the only number one pick from Navy in NBA history. All right. Gerard, Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. It's one of them southern places. I'm gonna guess.
One of them southern places is not going to pass for an answer that gets you a point.
Okay, I'm not gonna use the whatchamacallit yet, so I'm gonna just guess Mississippi State. I know that's not it, but I know it's just something south.
That's not it. Drew, you know this one?
I don't. I'll go New Mexico. I don't know.
Louisiana Tech.
Oh.
There is a D King that just said Louisiana Tech in the chat. If you answered it in the chat, but you did not answer it on the show, that is poor gamesmanship on your part.
I think that's my dad tuning in.
It popped up late.
There you go. Yeah. So, Karl Malone, Louisiana Tech. All right. Back to Drew. Okay. Alonzo Mourning.
Georgetown.
Gerard. Patrick Ewing.
Georgetown.
Yeah, those are back to back. Those are all right. Drew, Akeem Olajuwon.
Houston. Phi Slamma Jamma.
That's a Texas guy. There you go. Gerard John Stockton.
Gonzaga.
Yes, impressive. I thought we were going to go 0 for 2 on the Utah Jazz there. But all right. Drew, Reggie Miller.
UCLA.
Yep. All right. Now I'm going to be impressed if you get this one, Gerard. Dennis Rodman.
Southwestern Oklahoma State.
No good.
Southeastern Oklahoma.
That's
correct.
Oh, that's BS.
We're making it a game because Southwestern Oklahoma State and Southeastern Oklahoma State is a huge rivalry. We cannot be getting those confused.
The fact that both exist is crazy.
I actually don't even know if there is a Southwestern Oklahoma State. I completely made that up. But yeah, it is Southeastern Oklahoma State. All right.
Gotta love the directional schools.
Drew, we're sticking with the 80s stars. Larry Bird.
Indiana State.
Yes. Gerard Dominique Wilkins.
Georgia.
Very good. My favorite NBA player growing up. All right, Drew, Gary Payton.
Oh, is it Oregon State? He was one I looked up earlier.
It is. You should you should sound as if you have no idea every time because you've been right every time that you've done that so far. All right, Gerard, Ralph Sampson.
Ralph Sampson. This is. I'm gonna hate myself after I miss it too. I'm going to guess. It's not Houston, but I'm gonna guess. No, not Houston.
Played for the Houston Rockets, though.
That's what I'm thinking. Virginia.
Impressive full late. If there would have been a clock, the music might have run out. But
I'll
that
take
was
it.
big.
I'll take it.
That was big. All right, Drew. Next on the list, Isaiah Thomas.
Indiana.
Yes. Okay, these next two, I'll be pretty impressed. Jarod, Kevin McHale.
Ooh. I know where he's from. I don't know if he went to college there. Minnesota.
Yep.
Dang it! I was ready.
This is a hell of an effort. I'm impressed by this. All right, Drew. This one I was only like 99% sure of. I had to look it up, but I was right, so I went with it. Julius Erving.
Dr. J. I think this is the place I'm gonna use a lifeline. Let's go with the chat.
Okay, so we got to give somebody in the chat like 30 seconds.
Chat, come through
to help Drew out. We're gonna let's see where do we stand. This is we're tied at 19. We're tied at 19. So we are now. I'm not going to tell you if the chat is right. You have to decide if you trust the chat. The first answer is in.
That didn't seem right, but if that's the only answer, then that's what we're going with. Yeah, we'll go with UMass.
It is UMass. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. J, still surviving Marcus Camby is the greatest player in UMass history. Also Lou Rowe. All right, let's go back. Let's see where we at on the list. Okay, Jarod, Pistol Pete Maravich.
LSU.
Yeah. All right. This one, a little tougher, Drew. Jameer Nelson.
Jameer Nelson. LSU.
No, sir.
Tough.
Jarod, do you know this one?
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph. Yep.
Nerd.
Yep. That's a big pull there. All right. Jarod, Will Chamberlain.
Kansas.
I lied, by the way. I said the oldest person was drafted in like 1973. I forgot. I put Will Chamberlain on here. He's way older than that. All right, Drew. Gordon Hayward.
Butler
Bulldogs. All right. These last few, I don't feel like they're hard, but we'll see. Jarod, Chris Webber.
Michigan.
Yeah. Drew, Michael Finley.
I don't know. No idea. Pass.
Jarod.
Going with a random Oklahoma State.
Wisconsin Badger, Michael Finley.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. All right, back to Drew or back to Jarod. I'm sorry, Gilbert Arenas,
Arizona.
Yeah, first Arizona Wildcat on the list. Drew, Klay Thompson,
Washington State.
Yes. Jarod, DeAndre Jordan,
Texas A&M.
Yep. All right, Drew gets the last basketball player, and it's a layup, and I know he knows it because it's been on Twitter. But my favorite player growing up, Mookie Blaylock.
I'm choking. Pearl Jam.
That's
Arkansas.
Oof. Jarod, you know that one?
Alabama.
Mookie Blaylock, Oklahoma Sooners starter on the 1988 national.
My problem was the two teams I had in my head was Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, but him thinking Arkansas, your reaction made me think maybe it's something close. So I'm gonna just go Alabama. I'm sick.
Well, I mean, Oklahoma is Billy. I don't know if we've got a picture of a map. Oklahoma is close to Arkansas, but
But not. I was thinking SEC. Like it's got to be something like that. Once you said that in that reaction.
All right. So we are through basketball players at 25-22.
Oh, no.
That was impressive effort, honestly. That was much better than I expected. I'm a little disappointed. We might have to do a harder round later in the offseason or next offseason or something like that. But NFL players, we'll see if NFL players are more difficult. I mean, the first few should not be hard, and the first one is a 100% layup, and it would be for either one of you. It just so happens to go to Jarod Patrick Mahomes.
Of course.
Texas Tech, sir. I'll take that.
All right, but really, the first few on this list should not be tough. Josh Allen for Drew.
Which one?
The quarterback one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't care if you can give me the other one. Give me the other one. But I meant the
Josh Allen, the quarterback, went to Wyoming.
He did.
Okay.
All right, Jarod Lamar Jackson.
Louisville.
Yeah. Drew. Saquon Barkley.
Saquon went to Penn State.
Yes.
Okay.
See, the more confident you are about the answer, the less chance
right.
to get right. So yeah.
Well.
Derrick Henry.
Alabama.
Yes. Drew Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, LSU.
Yes. Jarod Miles Garrett.
Texas A&M.
Drew JJ Watt.
Wisconsin.
Yes. I thought we were maybe going to go 0 for 2 on Wisconsin. Also acceptable would have been, I believe, Central Michigan, where he started his career, but Wisconsin, better answer. All right. Jarod LaDainian Tomlinson.
TCU.
Drew Tom Brady.
Michigan.
Yes.
Jarod
Randy Moss.
Marshall.
Yes. Originally bonus points. Originally committed to. Anybody know?
Miami.
Florida State.
Dang. Right.
All right. Back to Drew. Tony Gonzalez. It's a good thing Drew got this one, not Jarod. I feel like this would be easy for Jarod, but maybe not.
Let me make it multiple choice.
Multiple choice. All right. We'll go UCLA or California.
That is tough. Oh, I'm going to get it wrong. It's going to be wrong either way. I'll go.
No, there's one way it's right. That's the point of the multiple choice.
UCLA?
You did not get it right, though. So
dang it.
Yeah. All right. So we go back to Jarod. Orlando Pace.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Drew Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. The Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens linebacker. Yes.
Ray Lewis. Where did he go to school?
Overall, first round pick.
Ray Lewis.
Jarod knows this one, so you better use a lifeline. You got one lifeline left. You better text somebody.
Let me text my dad. Hang on.
Because I know Jarod knows this one.
Certainly.
Hold on. Okay, the text is sent.
Okay, I'm gonna give your dad knows this text might be coming, so I'm gonna give him about 30 seconds to reply to you. How do you feel about the chances of making a comeback? Is Jarod gonna miss? Are there 5 available for Jarod to miss? Considering
I've had to use back-to-back lifelines in the football section, I'm gonna say slim to none.
Yeah.
Dad says Miami. The U.
The dad is Mr. King is correct. Yes.
Shouts to Dad. Thank you, Dad.
Jarod already had his credit card out. He was about to buy you a T-shirt. All right, let's see. Where are we at on the list? Jarod, Aaron Donald.
Pitt.
Yep. Drew, Richard Sherman.
Went somewhere smart. Stanford
is accurate. Jarod Emmitt Smith.
I know I should know it, but I just think Cowboys.
He did not go to college at the Cowboys. I can confirm that.
Emmitt Smith.
Got about a 5-second warning.
I'll also go Miami. I don't think that's right. It's a Florida school.
Incorrect. Drew, you know?
Florida
Gators.
I looked that one up.
That's oh, you mean you looked it up before
before
I thought you meant you looked it up while Jarod was
no.
Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, staying with the 90s running backs. Drew, Barry Sanders.
He went to school at Oklahoma State.
He did. He was the first player I voted for the Heisman Trophy for.
Let's go.
It was a good vote.
Gerard, miss another for me.
Gerard, this one, I feel like this one's tough. Brian Urlacher.
New Mexico.
That's impressive. That might be the clincher right there.
State.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna call an audible and give Drew 2 points if he gets this one right because it's two players. He's not gonna get it right.
Okay. Perfect.
Rondé and Tiki Barber.
Rondé and Tiki Barber.
Let me get these points.
I'll say USC.
Incorrect.
No.
Can I get them?
Yeah, you got it.
Virginia.
University of Virginia.
Ooh.
Virginia has been good to Jarod in this contest. All right. We got like about 15 names left, I think. Jarod, right. Baker Mayfield.
Oklahoma.
Yes. Texas Tech also would have been acceptable. Drew, Jameis Winston.
Florida State.
Also the fresh seafood section of Publix would have been acceptable for that one. Jarod, Jadeveon Clowney.
South Carolina.
Yep. Drew, Michael Vick.
Georgia Tech.
It is a Tech.
Virginia Tech. Oh,
no.
Yes.
No.
All right, now I went back a couple of generations for these last 10 or 12. I gotta have a little bit of fun.
Thanks.
Some of them you might know. Jarod Earl Campbell.
The Tyler Rose.
Earl Campbell.
Jarod, use your lifeline and text me.
Oh yeah, can I use the chat?
You can use the chat. You can use the chat.
Oh, Texas.
Texas is correct. Yeah.
I was going to say SMU. I know it was a Texas school, so shout out.
All right. Drew, I don't know. These next two are tough. Donovan McNabb.
All the tough ones. Donovan McNabb.
Well, the next one's tough too. I don't think Jarod will know the next one.
Donovan McNabb played for the Philadelphia Eagles, which means he played college at somewhere like Syracuse. I don't know.
If you just completely pulled that out of your ass, that's impressive because he played at Syracuse.
No way.
He played at Syracuse.
Let's go.
I feel like Drew's dad is in an IFB telling him the answer.
I really did I threw that up from half court.
No, that is DeAndre Golston against UCF. That's impressive. All right, Jarod, Terry Bradshaw. This is the one I thought was the oldest on the list until we remembered that Will was on this list.
Let's make it multiple choice.
Okay, for Terry Bradshaw, I will give you Louisiana Tech, Florida State.
I'll go Tech.
Louisiana Tech.
That's not off of me remembering it. I'm just think of how he talks.
I was trying to think of something, but I didn't want to just go LSU. But I also didn't want to go somewhere like Kentucky because I thought, well, nobody's gone to Kentucky. So I should have come up maybe with a better one. But yeah, Louisiana Tech. All right, Drew.
Yeah, Cal or UCLA, that would is.
Yeah, exactly. Eli Manning.
Eli Manning went to Ole Miss.
Yes. Jarod, Brett Favre.
Southern Miss.
Correct. Yeah. If you haven't watched, there's a nice new documentary on Brett Favre being a terrible human being on Netflix. So
Yes, people check it out.
it's entertaining. All right. This is my favorite one. There's a chance Jarod might know it, but I don't
This
know.
is this not Drew's question right now?
This is Drew's question.
Oh,
This is my favorite where did he go to college trivia question though.
Oh,
Drew, Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. I looked this up earlier. Jerry Rice.
I will tell you that Missouri has played his alma mater in basketball since you've been on the beat.
Oh, that narrows it down. Um, shoot. Jerry Rice went to Howard. I don't know.
Not Howard.
Mississippi Valley State.
That's right.
Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. Absolutely. All right. We got like 6 left. You guys got to start coming up with Drew's punishment because I don't think he is going to be able to catch Jarod. But Jarod, Minister of Defense Reggie White.
Ooh. Reggie White. Another one I'd be sick about. I am going to be sick about. I'm going to say, I would have heard about that. Damn, I don't know. I'm going to say where I know he died at. So I'm going to say UNC. I know he died in Charlotte. It slipped me.
Not UNC. Drew, got a guess to make up a point here?
Tennessee.
Tennessee Volunteers.
Let's go.
The
comeback.
I know that.
Right.
I know that.
Drew, all Chris Carter did was catch touchdowns at
Great question. Ohio State? I don't know.
Ohio State.
Oh, let's go. It's twice.
Jarod, Marshawn Lynch.
Cal.
Yes. Speaking of Cal, Drew, Calvin Johnson. It is not Cal, just Calvin.
See, I think he actually did go to Georgia Tech, unlike Michael Vick.
He actually did, yes. Would have been a hell of a connection if Michael Vick had gone there as well, though. All right, last 2 on the list. Jarod, Joe Montana.
Notre Dame.
I thought that might trip somebody up just because it was a long time ago. Drew, last one. Eric
For all the
Dickerson.
marbles, right?
Yeah, the winner take all. Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson. UCLA.
Is it SMU?
It is SMU.
Dang it.
Okay, so
Pony Excess backfield with Craig James also pictured on your screen.
Yes, sir. I'll take it.
Excellent 30 for 30 on Craig James and Eric Dickerson at SMU.
The SMU one, what do you think of the 30 for 30s? Would that be at the top for you?
No, that one's good. The Marcus Dupree one's really good.
Oh, have you seen Kane? Was it the Hurricanes versus Notre Dame? Like convicts,
Catholics versus convicts is good. The one about Vlade Divac and Drazen Petrovic is really good.
Okay.
It's Once Brothers. That one's good. Then there's one about some guy that like scored his own goal against Colombia in the World Cup and like almost got murdered. That's good. 2 Escobars, I think it's called.
Wow.
That's
some of my favorites: Bad Boy Pistons, Fab Five, Soul Man with Sonny. What's his face? The shoe guy.
Sonny Vaccaro.
Yes, and then it's the one about 5 quarterbacks in the first round with John Elway and Dan Marino.
The 1983 draft.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The 1983 draft in which the Kansas City Chiefs drafted Todd Blackledge.
Is my punishment that I have to watch all the 30-30s or whatever 30-30s Jarod gives me?
No.
So I don't know. If anybody Drew's suggestions are Drew's got to shoot with his offhand the next 5 games of 1-1.
Hold on.
Drew has to do an in-depth interview with Pepe Le Pew on Mizzou's research funding.
No.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, Drew has to cover bass fishing or another obscure club sport team. I could see Drew doing a story on Mizzou Quidditch or something.
Y'all act like I didn't work at a smallish town newspaper before. I've covered canoe races. Okay, like this is nothing new.
Hold on.
If Mizzou has a canoe team, we should do this.
Gabe, I've got to address it. First off, I feel like I got to explain my victory. Can we put up, what was that last comment about the 1-on-1? Because, Drew, I got to get you back. So, 2 things. One, how did I know all the basketball? You've played enough 2K in your life. You see it. Wikipedia, as a little kid, just being bored, you go down a rabbit hole of blue link, and now you're looking up everybody. But to Aiden's comment, Drew's got to shoot with his offhand the next 5 games of 1-on-1. So, Gabe, I don't know if you saw, but me and Drew, we got this 1-on-1.
I'm aware that Drew got a victory in the series.
So so for one, last week he's Zaza Pachulia.
He may or may not have texted me that thread to make sure I was aware of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, after he almost broke my ankle, and he won his first series. Now, what was it? Last Friday? So it was me, Eli, Drew, and Kyle was playing 2-on-2, and I had Kyle on my team. And they got off. Drew and Eli, they was hooping Gabe 11-1. They got off to it. I said, oh, okay. And then I can proceed to read, how the other games went, because Drew thought it was sweet. I got the board.
Not as well for them.
Well, let me tell you one more thing else about our 1-on-1. So Drew thought he was slick. When we hoop, it's usually about a couple hours. I know this last week, the one where he won, we only played 3 games. We was there for like 1:15, which is very early. He didn't want to play. We just had to leave for some reason, Drew, a little early. But when we was playing 2-on-2, I just let him keep saying, let's play. So this is how the 3-2 set went. Drew and Eli, 11-1. Then the next game, me and Kyle won 11-7. Then the next game, we won 11-0, where I scored 9 of those points. And I say 7 was on Drew. Yeah, you, Drew. Then we got another 11-5 win. And then
This feels like it's gotten oddly personal all of a sudden.
Drew knows I love him, so it's okay. It's from the heart. But just know when we run this ones back, I gotta attack him like
I'm being told in the chat that one of those games did not count.
Yeah.
Talking about that 11-0, Eli. Talking about that 11-0, where a lot of that was dished out by your boy. I don't know.
Wait, did you finish the scores?
Yes, the last one was 12-10. You guys won. We won that series 3-2, but of course, because I'm a sportsman, let's just keep playing and playing. But don't worry, Drew. We're going to make sure we play 5 games every single time. There's no running away early. I am now done.
All right. I'd be glad to have provided you that platform to our many viewers here. Here was earlier. I've got to go back and find it, but earlier in my favorite comment in the chat all night. I want to make sure I find out who it was from. J.M. Jones. What does this have to do with the state of the Tigers? Not one damn thing, man. Absolutely not one thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's slow times out there right now, guys. We just look. We get to have a little fun too. If you guys had anything to do, you wouldn't be hanging out watching us idiots on YouTube on a Monday night. So, hopefully there was a little entertainment. We had one-on-one trash talk. Frankly, you guys did a lot better than I thought you would. I feel like maybe I should have made it harder. Was it too easy?
I feel like it would have been funnier if I didn't do any research beforehand.
Yeah.
But no, it was too difficult, Gabe. Way too difficult. Keep it the same difficulty next time.
It was I did research, but I think instead of scoring 46, I may have got maybe like 38 or 39. I swear
to God, I thought he was going to say 45.
No. I think I still would have did well. I think if you would have used a little bit more role players though, because that's what I was trying to look up random names like Corliss Williamson or something. I think that's where it may have got crazy.
So the players were too good. That's the problem. I need to find more like dudes that are coming off the bench for the Charlotte Bobcats in February.
It doesn't gotta be too crazy, but yeah, if they're on if they're not Hall of Famers, but maybe they're just good starters on bad teams, something like that, I think would make it a little more interesting.
I'm glad to know it. I'm glad to know it can be a little more challenging next time. But when Drew and I were initially talking about this, here's the hard part. Like if you quizzed me what NBA teams do these guys play for, I'm pretty sure I would get none of them. Like, I mean, I would get a few, but like there are very few of those guys that I would know who they played for in the NBA because I guarantee I haven't watched any of them play.
Wait, guys, I need some Drew.
Once they get drafted, they're dead to me. So.
Drew, I need you to smile for me, please, sir. Take a picture. Take a picture.
I don't know what's happening.
Where you're going.
I don't know either.
You know where you're going.
Oh, probably on the board somewhere.
Yes,
Drew has to do the next airport camp out for a coaching search. Look, if it's basketball, he's got to do that anyway, so that's not a punishment. There's a lot of shirtless requests, which again, I don't understand our audience, but this is a consistent theme.
That's my brother too. I don't know what he's.
Yeah, I like that. Drew plays one-on-one in a mesh tank top. That'd be all right. Next State of the Tigers. Drew has to have a Jarod backdrop, just like one of those big fat heads of Jarod right behind you.
Love it.
Yeah, but who pays for that though? Because I'm not paying for that. Jarod could buy it for you. But
that would be punishing me.
Right.
Exactly. So we'll workshop some.
We're going to the Kendrick Lamar concert next week. I could get something for Jarod there.
Maybe you have to go to the Kendrick Lamar concert shirtless. Maybe that's your punishment.
Or what's the shirt in the beginning? What did it say?
The throat guzzler. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. We might get some suggestions on the board too. We'll work out the punishment. It may be as simple as you buy dinner before the Kendrick. Logan suggests you wear a Drake shirt to the Kendrick concert.
Ooh.
Y'all are trying to get me sent to the hospital.
You seen that Pacers fan that was at the Knicks game and they threw a trash can at him?
No. This has now been suggested twice. Would that cause Drew serious physical harm?
Yes.
I think a lot of people would trash talk him, but at this point, we're not competitors anymore. I don't want to have to put no hands on people, so we're not going to do the Drake. We're not going to do the
Okay. We'll determine the punishment. It won't be anything too severe. Might be public shaming or something like that. But we'll figure it out. I don't know. It was good to have a fun show. We got nothing else to talk about. I don't know. Do you guys have anything to talk about? Nothing happened, right? I haven't paid attention.
No, nothing happened.
That's why we're here talking about where Mookie Blaylock went to school. I'm disappointed you missed that one, man.
I'm disappointed in myself.
That felt like it was a chance for you to catch up.
If we play more games, I feel like I have some ideas we could do if need be.
Okay. We might just have to have a Power Mizzou game show every now and then here on State of the Tigers. So
why not?
We've got another couple weeks where things will be slow. But we will also actually get you guys Mizzou information. It truly just is. There's just nothing going on right now, guys. I could get on here and talk about Salvador Perez falling off a cliff. I'm sure Jarod and Drew have their sports frustrations that they could air here, but that's no fun either. So we try to have a little fun here. Magic Man wants to talk about PJ Haggerty going to Kansas State. Good for him, man. $3 million. Good for him. Kind of nuts, but that's where we're at.
That's a lot of money.
So, but just a little fun, guys. Kind of a different type show. Again, I feel that My job as a moderator was not done to the degree of difficulty that it should have been. We might find another time to do this, and my goal will be to make Jarod and Drew go over the night. So we'll see how that works out. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Want to remind you, as always, every Monday night, we're brought to you by our buddy James Carlton at State Farm Insurance. Check them out at carltoninsurance.net. You can give them a call at 314-961-4800. James Carlton would have scored an 88 out of 88 on this tonight. I can guarantee that. I'm sure all you guys did too, because you're all geniuses for watching us. Appreciate it. Talk to you next time.